Delve into the heart of vast Australia, where the sacred stories of the Aboriginal people whisper on the wind. A world where ancient creatures and spirits shape the earth and the sky. This is Aboriginal Australia, a place of ancient and eternal dreams, where the past, present, and future come together in a beautiful dance of myth and reality. A place where every creature, big or small, carries with it a part of the creation story. Number 1. Bunyip. Bunyip is a feared water creature that inhabits swamps, streams, river pools, and lagoons. Accounts vary widely, and he is described as having different physical characteristics. This nefarious character, known in the Wemba language as the Devil, has been at the center of Aboriginal stories and legends since time immemorial. His fame has spread through the generations, making him a feared being who is said to have a particular taste for children. The Bunyip is not a silent hunter. Before launching into the attack, he emits a roar so thunderous it can chill the blood, especially if you are a woman or a child, his preferred victims. This unmistakable roar has been attributed to stray seals swimming upstream or to the marsh bittern, drawing parallels between the natural world and mythology. The physical description of the Bunyip is as varied as the accounts surrounding it. He has been compared to a bird, an alligator, and an emu all rolled into one. His strong hind legs and his surprisingly long arms are his deadly weapon. These long, strong limbs are said to be capable of choking their prey to death. In water, the Bunyip moves with the grace of a frog, but on land, it rears up on its hind legs, reaching a terrifying height of up to 13 feet. But the creepiest description of the Bunyip is that of a dog-faced creature with a ponytail, dark fur, a duck beak, and deadly fangs. Another version describes it as a bearded snake. Despite the variability in its appearance, there is universal agreement that the Bunyip is a creepy aquatic mammal. The Bunyip's abilities are as impressive as they are terrifying. It is said that he can alter the water level, paralyze his victims with a mere roar, and hypnotize humans into his slaves. The story of the Bunyip takes us to a man who committed the worst of sins, eating his own totem animal, a violation of the sacred law of the Rainbow Serpent. The benevolent spirit Bayami punished the man by transforming him into a malevolent spirit. Since then, the Bunyip has been luring tribesmen and their cattle into the water, only to devour them. Today, the term Bunyip is used to describe evil spirits in Aboriginal culture. Some speculate that the Bunyip may be linked to Bunjil, a mythical figure believed to have created all animals and humans. Number 2. Rainbow Serpent. It is one of the most common and well-known creatures in Australian Aboriginal mythology. This giant serpent is a god of water and weather, responsible for the creation of rivers, mountains, and lagoons. This sacred creature, as old as the earth itself, is an iconic and deeply respected character in Australian Aboriginal mythology. The Rainbow Serpent, with its shiny, shimmering body, resembles the vivid colors of a rainbow reflecting on calm waters. It is not a simple snake, but a powerful deity, a primordial entity, a being that is believed to have sculpted the rivers, mountains, and lakes of the Australian landscape. It is a being that embodies the interconnectedness of life, water, and fertility. Legends tell that the Rainbow Serpent emerged from underground at the dawn of time. Its serpentine body created great valleys and mountains, while the water that fell from its body created rivers and lakes, thus shaping the Australian geography. On his journeys, she also gave life to plants and animals, linking herself to the life cycle of nature. Despite its generosity, the Rainbow Serpent is also a creature of power and punishment. Aboriginal stories say that breaking the sacred laws of this deity can provoke his wrath, leading to severe punishments such as floods and droughts. Thus, the Rainbow Serpent serves as a reminder of the importance of respect for the earth and the laws of nature. The glow of the Rainbow Serpent is also a symbol of eternity, a constant link between the past, present, and future. It represents the continuity of life and the incessant connection between man and nature. Number 3. Yowie. Often compared to the Bigfoot of North America, the Yowie is a furry creature that lives in the desert. Although its existence is shrouded in legend, the stories of this impressive hominin are countless and are passed down through the generations of Australia's Aboriginal tribes. This furry giant, whose name means spirit of the forest, is the Australian Bigfoot. He stands up to 3 meters tall and is covered in thick fur that can range from dark gray to reddish brown. His eyes, bright and deep-set, are said to be able to pierce the soul of any unfortunate he meets. The Yowie, with its superhuman strength and amazing speed, has been described in ancient Aboriginal tales and modern sighting stories as a creature of reclusive ways. It is said that it lives in the densest and most inaccessible parts of the jungle, only coming out to look for food, or, according to some tales, to kidnap people to drag them into its hidden world. Although its appearance can be terrifying, accounts of encounters with the Yowie often reflect a creature more frightened than frightening. Some tell stories of Yowies fleeing to the safety of the forest upon discovery, leaving behind only giant footprints and a story to tell. However, not all encounters are so harmless. There are darker tales of Yowies attacking humans or animals, displaying a ferocity that rivals any beast in mythology. The Yowie is an integral part of Aboriginal mythology, a link between the human world and the hidden forces of nature. Number 4. Quinkins. Emerging from the oral traditions of the Australian Aboriginal community, these fascinating creatures come in 2 distinct forms, each with their own personality and role in mythology. On the one hand, there are the Timara, tall and slender, moving in the stillness of the night. These slender, almost ethereal silhouettes are said to be benevolent spirits, but they are not creatures one would want to pass at midnight. With their grim appearance, the Timaras are known for their love of children. Despite their terrifying appearance, these nocturnal giants do not harm children, but take a peculiar affection for them, even kidnapping children who venture into the dark to play with them. On the other hand, the Imjim, with their broad and robust bodies, pose a more palpable threat. These hulking, grotesque beings are known for their love of mischief and mayhem. Unlike their tall, skinny counterparts, the Imjim have a reputation for being destructive and mischievous, always looking for ways to cause trouble for humans. In Aboriginal Australian stories, the Quinkins serve as reminders and life lessons. The Imjim teach children the importance of respecting the night hours and the rules of the tribe. The Timara, on the other hand, with their love of mischief, urge the young to stay on the right path and avoid harmful actions. Number 5. Wandjina. In the vast and picturesque landscapes of northwest Australia, where the sky meets the earth in a symphony of colors, there is an ancient legend, a story as old as the wind itself. This is the legend of the Wandjina, the supreme ancestral spirits in the mythology of the Kimberley Aboriginal peoples. The Wandjina, mystical figures of great power, are considered the creator spirits of the world. It is said that during the Dreamtime, a mythical time when the world was formed, these divine beings emerged from the clouds and created the land and sea, mountains and rivers, and all forms of life. Visualize these supreme entities, large human forms with large round heads or halo shapes, but no mouth. His huge black eyes, said to represent storms and rain, survey the world with timeless wisdom. Their bodies, depicted in rock art, are often painted in red, black, and white, and are adorned with patterns and symbols, each telling a story about the forces of nature and the cosmos. But the Wandjina are not only creators, but also protectors. They are believed to have the power to control elemental forces. When they paint their image on the cave walls, it is a sign of their presence and their continued protection. These divine beings are also said to regulate rainfall and storms, crucial for survival in the harsh conditions of Australia. Thus, the Wandjina are revered and respected. Every year during the wet season, the Aborigines renew the Wandjina images, repainting the caves with devotion and reverence, thus ensuring that the spirits continue to protect them and bless them with rain and abundance. Number 6. Tiddalik. Tiddalik is the biggest frog you can imagine. Tiddalik was not only famous for its size, but also for its insatiable thirst. A thirst so strong that one day he drank all the water in the world. Picture this: dry rivers, empty ponds, lakes turned into wastelands. The world, once teeming with life, now languished in the drought caused by Tiddalik's inordinate thirst. In the midst of this great drought, the other animals were desperate. Without water, life on Earth was in danger of disappearing. So in desperation, the animals got together and hatched a plan. They decided that the only way to get the water back was to make Tiddalik laugh until he vomited up all the water he had consumed. Thus began a parade of animals, each trying to make Tiddalik laugh with his funniest tricks. But Tiddalik was not laughing. Finally, it was the turn of the Nabonum eel. By twisting and twisting in the strangest ways, he managed to make Tiddalik laugh, and when Tiddalik laughed, he laughed out loud, releasing all the water he had drunk. The rivers flowed again, the lakes filled again, and life once again flourished in the landscape. Tiddalik's story is more than just a tale. It's a lesson in balance in nature, a warning against greed, and a reminder that sometimes laughter really can be the best medicine. Number 7. Mimi Spirits. Imagine a starry night in the vastness of Australia's Northern Territory. The wind whispers ancient stories as you wander into the deep shadows of the rocky mesas. There, hidden among the rock crevices and dark corners, reside the Mimi Spirits, ethereal creatures from Aboriginal mythology. Mimi spirits are incredibly thin and tall beings, so fragile that a breath of wind could break them. To avoid this, they spend most of their time hidden in the cracks and crevices of the rocks, coming out only when the wind is calm. With their ethereal, supple bodies, they can glide through the tightest spaces, appearing and disappearing as gently as a breeze. But don't let its fragile appearance fool you. The Mimi spirits are custodians of the vast knowledge of art and survival. According to Aboriginal stories, they were the first to teach humans how to hunt, dance, and paint. The cave paintings that they find scattered throughout the Northern Territory are the work of these beings, left as a gift to humanity. They are also known for their love of mischief. It is said that if you stray from the path in their territory, they can take you to their world and lose you in it. However, they are not malicious. They just love to have fun at the expense of unsuspecting intruders. Number 8. Yara-ma-yha-who. The Yara-ma-yha-who is one of the most intriguing beings in Aboriginal mythology. He is not a being easily found in conventional fairy tales. He is a small, red-skinned, strange-looking being with a disproportionately large head and a toothless mouth. But the most disturbing feature of him is his limbs ending in suction cups, similar to those of an octopus. This being does not actively hunt. Instead, he prefers to spend his days lounging in the branches of fig trees, patiently waiting for an unsuspecting traveler to seek refuge under the tree's shade. Once its prey is close enough, the Yara-ma-yha-who descends and attaches itself to its victim, sucking the blood with the suckers on its hands and feet. Unlike other vampiric creatures in legend, however, this being does not leave its victims empty, but rather leaves them alive, albeit weakened by loss of blood. And here comes the truly creepy part. After feeding on it, the Yara-ma-yha-who vomits its victim, who is now transformed, turned into a smaller copy of this creature. This process is said to be repeated several times until the victim finally becomes a Yara-ma-yha-who. So if you ever find yourself under a fig tree in the middle of the Australian bush, remember this story. Make sure you keep going and don't stop, no matter how enticing the shadow of the tree is. After all, you never know who or what might be waiting for you in the branches above. But above all, remember to subscribe and share this video with your friends.